congratulations on being named Snider's new coach. What was the kind of the moment like for you when you found out, and just how excited are you to lead this program?
I'm beyond excited. It was just kind of a dream come true to find out, something that I felt like I've been working for a really long time. When you kind of get that moment where you start to work with the guys and you're like, this is a reality. And then yesterday after the board approval kind of all hit home for me that like, okay, this dream has finally come true, but now the real work really begins, to help get us back to where we want to be.
You've obviously been a face in the basketball scene here, around the Fort Wayne area for a long time now. What was it about this Snider job, though, that, made you want to apply for this head coaching job and felt like this was the spot for you?
Snider's one of those schools that's always been attractive to me because both the commitment to academics as well as the pursuit of excellence on the athletic field. So Snider's one of those schools that really values both in the classroom and on the playing field. Great admin support, Chad Hissong and Mr. Steve Zimbo, great admin support there. So that's one of the things that really drew me there, as well as I'm a close friend of, in the basketball community with Coach Roush. So I knew a lot about the Snider program coming into this already, which was exciting for me.
For you, kind of what's the next steps for you to get ready to take this program over? What are you looking to implement, and kind of what are you looking to do here heading into this summer and heading into the fall?
I think the biggest thing is that I want to build trust with the guys. I want to build relationships. I want them to know our staff personally and kind of feel comfortable with us as well as each other. I want guys to begin to build confidence and skill development because we have a lot of young players that are going to be stepping into new roles this year. We have a core of returning guys, which is really exciting, but even those guys are going to be taking on new roles with a new challenge. So that's going to be the biggest thing. And then really implementing the defensive side of the basketball. That's kind of one of the things that we've talked about coming into this. First 2 weeks we focused on the entire time was how do we guard, how do we compete on the defensive end, how can we grind out games when shots aren't falling. So that's kind of the focal point for the two first weeks here. And then going into the fall is going to be a lot of skill development work, making sure that our guys are growing through that off season and ready to start in November.
Obviously, Snider's been a traditionally pretty good program here, especially the last decade or so. Rough season last year, but how do you feel about this group coming into this year, and kind of what's the biggest key for you guys heading into next year that you're looking to focus on to fix so to make sure that doesn't happen again?
I'm really excited because the biggest thing I've seen as I've started with these guys the first 2 weeks is we have a lot of young men that are excited to work. They want to put the time in, and they took this whole coaching change in stride. They've been excited to get in the gym, put the time in, and give us effort. And one of the things I've noticed just playing in multiple shootouts is these guys want to compete and play hard. And that is one of those things that if you don't have to teach effort right away, we can start kind of honing in on our own philosophies, both offensive and defense. So that's one of the things that's excited me most is that they're a hungry group that feels like last year is just an off year, and they're ready to bounce back and prove themselves this upcoming year.
You got to feel good about your core coming in too. I know they didn't lose a lot from last year, but you guys do return a lot of young guys that played a lot of minutes for Coach Roush.
Yeah, we have a really good group coming back. We're excited about that core. Obviously, with the senior point guard is really exciting with Kieran Billingsley. Excited to have him as a leader coming back and a leading scorer. Return some really good role players in our senior class, guys that have been there, have some varsity experience. And then we have a really incoming freshman sophomore group that's really hungry and ready to challenge guys as well.